To go live. Yeah, I guess hey, everybody, my name is Jim. My channel is More Sunshine, Please. This is my Tuesday night live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No. Eastern Time. And today, I've got a top 15 list about November. I don't have anything to eat. And I want you to ask me anything. But first... I'm not ready. Hang on. There we go. There we go. I knew I was forgetting something. We're going to see who the first three people in the chat are today. Scrolling up. Today's gold medalist first in the chat. Noah. Hello, Noah. Congratulations on another gold medal. Our silver medalist, Keith, BDF. Hi, Keith. Good to see you. And our bronze medalist, Jason, Uper Wisdom Videos. Congratulations on rounding out the top three and for being better than everybody else. I'll just go ahead and say that. I can say it doesn't, everybody's great. I don't want to. Francisco is also here. Welcome in, Francisco. Thank you for joining us today. My computer's frozen. Am I frozen? There we go. It's back. What is going on? Already. It's Joey's World. Welcome in. Great to see you guys. Rob Fuzz is also here. Rachel's Adventures. Rachel, thanks for being here. And happy November. It is November 2nd? Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Samantha Lowe, great to see you. Michelle the Quilter, thanks for being here. Cynthia is also here. Hello to you. Surf Bum, you do get a participant medal. Everybody does. I'm giving them all away. I'm giving them out. I meant to say giving them out and giving them away, and it came out like what you heard. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right. But today... my computer's frozen again. I don't know if I'm freezing or just my computer's doing it. I think it has something to do with I had a video ready to play. So I'm going to play it and then get rid of it. Let's go back here. Okay. Sunday was Halloween, as you know. I like to decorate the outside of our house for Halloween. Here in Florida, we don't stay in our house at the door waiting for trick-or-treaters. We actually sit in the driveway, and the kids come to us in our lawn chairs. I have these two projector devices that project lightning bolts on the front of the house. So I had that going this year. I brought it out so it was on the garage door. Hello, Pepper Tree Villa. And, okay, thank you. It's just my computer that's freezing. Good to know. I think it has something to do with that video. So, I got a small projector, a different projector from the Home Depot. A couple years ago, and it was just a holiday projector, not terribly strong. It's got to be rather dark outside for anybody to see it projecting anything on our house. But I would set that up. I've set it up the past few years, and it comes with some Halloween animations. One's like a floating ghost bride, and another is some talking pumpkins. Jack-o'-lanterns, and another one is zombies, and there's another one inspired by Haunted Mansion. It's dancing ghosts, ballroom, waltzing, whatever they're doing. I don't know. Keith, maybe it's taking up RAM. Perhaps, I don't know. Maybe there. It just froze on my end again. I won't mention it anymore. But I was inspired by Disney. I'll just say that by the castle projections and what they do on the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And I wanted to do a little bit of something. My projector just it can't do a full house projection, but what it could do is project faces onto a pumpkin, or in our case, 3 pumpkins. And there's a company that creates such animations, and I purchased one of them. Oh, look at that! What is this?
It's your spiced chai tea.
Oh, thank you.
Apple.
Spiced chai tea, apple delivery. Thank you very much. In a BB-8 mug. Seems hot. Okay, I'll just wait for that to cool off. So anyway, what I had planned to show you was our house on Halloween evening with the pumpkins. But I don't have that ready. What I do have is the test I did the night before. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome in. So here's the test right there. Let me play that. And it comes... those are faces being projected onto uncarved pumpkins. I don't even know if this is going to play.
Won't you take a piece of candy, please?
A little bit. Very choppy on my end.
Speaking of candy, it reminds me. We need to explain the rules.
No, I hate rules.
Okay. First rule, only one piece of candy each.
Is that playing smoothly? It is not for me.
I'm talking to you.
There might be something other than candy.
All right. That was the test I did. Apparently, it's not going to work. So, I hope you kind of got to see it. Anyway, I was happy with it. I was happy with the projection that I was able to do on those pumpkins. You could hear it. Well, that's fantastic. Magic of the Mouse Radio, welcome in. Anyway, the only thing on the animation were the faces. But if you wanted, they can also send you, or they do also send you the like a whole animation where the pumpkins are also there and they're in a field or whatever they are. I don't know. Anyway, at least you could hear it, right? Okay. I want to, because I was very busy, and I didn't plan my show from start to finish. I don't know if I'm going to have enough for a whole hour. But what I'm going to do today is ask me anything. I'm going to, you see it at the bottom of the screen. I guess I already had it up there. I'm going to do a better job of reading the chat because I'll be talking less because I have less planned. So if you want, please put in the chat, and I'm going to get that ready. I've already abandoned it. And if you have anything to ask me about my teaching, about living in Florida, about live streaming, Tony, Phantasmic Chronicles, welcome in. Ask me anything. I will give you a few moments to come up with questions, or if you have no questions, that's cool too. As you can tell, it's kind of a time filler. Anyway, I'm going to check my tea right now to see if it's cooled off enough for me to take a sip. Oh, it feels hard. What I have in the mug here is Twinings spiced apple chai tea, and this is what they serve at the Earth Eats booth at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. But this is unsweetened, I believe. The questions are rolling in. Let's see. Cynthia asks, do I have a cute brother? I do not. I do not have a brother. I have a sister. She's cute. But no brother. Thank you for your question. Wait a minute. What's this? Happy birthday, Charlie. What? What? I didn't know that. Did I know that? Happy birthday, Charlie. Now I feel awful. I'm going to have a sip of tea. On your honor. That was for you, Charlie. Next. Bill has a question. And I look forward to that eagerly. PTV asks, what took you to Florida originally? Simply the weather. Originally from Michigan, the gray skies, which fill up a good 3/4 of the year, and cold weather and snow, and my wife and I were interested in getting out of that. So the weather, she had a job lined up in Florida, and no regrets, other than, missing family, of course, because of the move. But, now more than ever, it's easier to stay in touch with FaceTime and whatnot. And so that helps. But the weather, what we could afford at the time, and this was 21 years ago, Florida was a lot cheaper than it is now. And we could get more bang for our buck. And anyway, but primary reason was the weather. Thank you for your question. Keith asks, did you see where Jack Skellington was flying over Los Angeles? Or is it Louisiana? I'm guessing L.A. I did not. Was it a kite? Was it a... what was that? More details, Keith. Disney Nerd Herders ask, did Annie want to go trick-or-treating? Our daughter, Annabelle, did not want to go trick-or-treating this year. Every year we ask her, and it's a toss-up whether or not she wants to go. We went up to her room with 2 costume possibilities, and we had been pumping up Halloween. She's not the most mobile person, so we would just walk around our cul-de-sac and up and down the street perhaps with her, and that would be great. But alas, she was not interested, which is okay. Whatever she wants. Uh-oh. So I'm not the only one that didn't know it was Charlie's birthday. Carlos's birthday, too. Well, happy birthday, Carlos. My brother-in-law, Carlos, that is. Not Disney World Freak. All right. Let's see. All right. Where? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Here's a question from Magic of the Mouse Radio. I might have missed you talking about it in past Tuesday nights, but how did you roll out mat of seeds grown in the garden this year? Bill is referring to our seed sheet. We're first-time gardeners this year, and one of the things we did just to try it was we bought this thing called a seed sheet, and it's seemingly an 8 by 4 foot sheet of landscaping fabric. That black stuff to keep weeds from growing up or whatever. But anyway, within that fabric were pouches of seeds, and you can order it, custom order it. So we had things like green beans and broccoli and carrots and other things. Anyway, it's been a couple of months since we've been doing our garden. One, it just got too hot. Another thing was that I started back to work. School started, so that took up a lot of my time. But the seed sheet, it was successful in some areas and unsuccessful in others. I will say that the green beans did fairly well. The broccoli, we never got broccoli. And again, let me say this again, that we did not, we are not gardeners. We are learning. This was a learning thing. And by the way, most of it was not a raised bed garden. And I now know why people have raised bed gardens. And I'll explain that when I talk about my carrots. We had some carrots. However, the hardness of our ground dirt prevented the carrots from growing much longer than 3 inches. And it's because, they it's like they hit a brick wall down there. And now that the weather is getting a little cooler, and I will be restarting the garden from the beginning, from step one, I will be building a raised garden and hopefully having more success with say, carrots. And we never got pumpkins. Those didn't grow for us, and I don't know why. The broccoli it got leafy, but we never got broccoli. Oh, well. And then what else? Oh, we got cucumbers. Cucumbers grew well. And I can't remember what else right now. Sorry. Thank you for your question. All right. Yeah, happy birthday, Charlie. It was yesterday. Happy belated birthday, Charlie. Oh, my sister asks, what do the kids want for Christmas? Have no idea, but thank you for your question. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I don't even, we haven't, breached that yet, but thank you for your question. I see Tony must be talking about Cedar Point there. I'm guessing. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome in. Thanks for spending part of your Tuesday with me. Okay, let's see. 2 by 12 with 10 inches of soil. Okay. All right. Good to know. Now I know. I thought, why do we need a raised bed garden? What was the raised bed to keep animals out? What is it? I knew nothing. And it's for better soil, I would imagine. And I can't wait to do it now. And now that the weather is cooler here in Florida, it'll be happening soon. Another question here. Do you make it out to the ocean very often? We live in the Tampa area, so we're not right on the ocean. It takes a bit of a drive to get to a beach. And Annabelle's not a big fan of the ocean. We say we've been a number of times. The last time we were at the ocean was I want to say June of 2020. And we rented a beach house. And that was a few months into everybody's staycation, as it were. And we were looking to get out, and school had just got out, so we were out of work, and we rented a beach house right on the beach, so we could step out the door and be in the sand. And it was kind of like having your own private beach there. So it wasn't on a beach with public access to it, and it was so there weren't people around, which was very nice, and so it was safe. And it was cool to, if Annie, was sick of the beach, she could go back into the house. And the great thing about the Gulf Coast beaches, the sand is nicer than on the Atlantic side of the state. So that's pretty cool. But we're not huge beach people, but it's cool every once in a while. Okay. All right. Let's see. Michelle asks, Did you do a special musical dance with your students again this year? I believe Michelle is referring to referring to our lip dubs. I am a TV production teacher at my high school, and where I teach. And for about 10 years, we have been doing these videos called lip dubs. Perhaps you're familiar with them, in which a group of people lip sync to a song in front of a camera, but the camera is moving, and it switches from person to person, and they're all singing the same song. And it's all one shot. There are no edits in it. A good one, a legit one anyway. And for the past 10 years, the senior class at my high school has been doing such a video. And this past May, we did do another one. So, it has become kind of a tradition at our school to do a senior lip dub. I know we're not the only school to do that. So we've been doing that, but because and we also used to do a lot of dance videos where my students would go around the school and recording other students dancing. We'd put it to music, and we'd make a dance video out of it, and it was an assignment for my students. And because of COVID and other reasons, it got really hard to get footage for that. So we don't do that as much anymore, though we just did one. We had Spirit Week at our school, the homecoming week. So we tried to put one together for that. I haven't seen it yet. My kids have been putting it together, but I haven't seen that yet. Thank you for your question. Lip dub video every year. So that's cool. We got cucumbers. Not a total fail. Another question from Cynthia. Does your wife want to start a YouTube channel now since she is famous now? She does not. Did you notice when she handed me my cup of tea, she did not want to be on camera? So no, definitely not. That is good tea. Another question. Will you make it to Universal Studios this year for the holiday decorations? I don't think so. I haven't been to Universal Studios since 2013. In 2013, I took the boy to something called Minecon. And Minecon was a convention for Minecraft. And in 2013, that was the thing for us. The boy was at the right age. He was just a young tyke, but he was into Minecraft and Minecon, celebrating Minecraft and all that comes with that, was going to be in Orlando that year. So the reason I'm mentioning Minecon as it pertains to Universal Studios is it was a multi-day event, and one of the evenings, because it took place in the Orlando Convention Center, one of the evenings, the people at Minecon had booked out Universal Studios parks just for Minecon attendees. So we got to go to Universal. The boy and I went to Universal in 2013. That's the last time I've been there. And he got his picture with one of the co-creators of Minecon, I remember. And that night was such a blur. I remember the Dr. Seuss area. We did one of the whatever Harry Potter ride was there at that time. Yeah. So, no, I won't be going to. I have some footage. This is from 2013. I have some footage somewhere of Minecon, and I just thought recently that would make a good short, a YouTube short, because I wasn't blogging or vlogging or anything. So, but I think I have enough to make a short, and perhaps people. Oh, by the way, they don't do Minecon anymore, as far as I know. One year it was in Paris. The next year it was in Orlando. And it was a hard ticket to come by. And then after that, I think they sold it to Microsoft or something. I don't even remember. But, yeah, I don't think they do Minecon. Noah remembers Minecon. Okay. Nerd Herders, have you checked out Squid Games? We're in episode 5. No, I have not. I saw just on social media that a lot of people dressed as characters from Squid Games. Is that like a Hunger Games? Is that what that is? I'm not exactly sure. I guess I don't want you to answer that because I don't want spoilers. So, yeah. It is 7:30. I think it's time for my top 15 list. Am I forgetting something? I am forgetting something. Many weeks ago, I'll preface this anecdote by saying I had a post office box that expired. I let it expire because the post office where it was located seemed to do a poor job of getting me my mail through the P.O. box. And quite often people would send me things and they'd get it back for no good reason. Anyway, so that I let that expire and I got a post office box at another post office. In that in-between time, the Hitchhiking Bones tried to send me something. And it got kicked back to them because at that time, in that window, I didn't have a post office box. So I got a new one, told them about it. They wanted to send me something, and they did. It's right here, and it's from the Hitchhiking Bones. And it was a little note thanking me because I often will plug their shows, which come on later on Tuesday evening. So in it, they sent me a button. That was very cool. Hitchhiking Bones sticker. And coolest of all was a Hitchhiking Bones magnet that I've added to my magnet wall. May I show you? There it is, among other magnets. If I had the ability to tilt up, you could see all my Walt Disney World annual pass holder magnets, which I have all of them except one. They never sent me the Tinkerbell one. Anyway, there is the Hitchhiking Bones magnet. Next to the one from Pete and the Disneyland one, which was gifted to me, which was awfully nice. I'll also have a Cars photo magnet there, and you can see an older picture of the kids in it there. And an Epcot 35 bumper sticker I got at the Character Warehouse. So, yeah. It's a magnet wall, although that's a bumper sticker held on by magnets, so I cheated there. Anyway, so yeah, thank you to the Hitchhiking Bones for the swag. Very cool. Thank you so much. And sorry of all of the effort that it took to get that to me. But thank you. Noah went to the Microsoft store at the Sarasota Mall for the Minecon event. That was in 2017. I didn't even know there was an event there. But that's cool. All right. Simba 2, welcome in. Never got the Tinkerbell magnet. I know we're not the only ones. But I've been a long time annual pass holder. I think I should have been closer to the front of that line. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's forget about that. And so if anybody knows, has an extra Tinkerbell, whatever, Christmas is coming, whatever. Anyway, time for my top 15 list, 7:31. And it's November 2nd, and it is slowly becoming the most wonderful time of year. And I wanted to highlight what makes November wonderful. So if I may, let me go here, and today's top 15 list is my top 15 reasons to love November. Now, if I may, I should scoot over so we can see the screen. As longtime viewers of the show know, I copy and paste a lot of stuff to make putting together a top 15 list easier for myself. I'm not submitting this to anybody. It's just for entertainment value, whatever. Cynthia, I did get the new pass holder magnet. It's about 6 inches above where I could show you. So it's just above that is the Simba. Above the Chippendale is the Simba magnet. Above that is the brand new pass holder magnet. Thank you for your question. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, copy and paste. All right. So it says Jim's top 15 reasons to love November, but not all of it are my reasons. I couldn't quite think of 15, and I'll try to let you know what I didn't think of. But here we go. It's 15 reasons to love November, whether they're mine or whatever. Who cares? So let's start with number 15, the cooler weather. Here in Florida, it usually stays pretty hot up to Halloween. And this year was a bit of an exception because we had a cold front come through. Halloween evening was really pleasant. And we were hoping it was cool enough to keep some mosquitoes away, but not quite. Paul says, good parts of November, my wife's birthday. Indeed. That's number 3 on my list. It's not, but it could have been. I just didn't know about it. Anyway, so Mar in Memphis, welcome in. Season's greetings to you. So anyway, here in Florida, it had been in the 90s every day up until just very recently. And this week, I think today may be forecasted as being the warmest day of the week. And I think it got up to 83 today, which is pretty nice. A lot better than 90. Anyway, it's going to get cooler a little bit, couple degrees every day this week, seemingly. And this weekend should be like high of 73, something like that. So the cooler weather is definitely welcome. And number 15, the number 15 reason why I love November. I'm not using my timer. Should I? Yeah. Uh-oh. I forgot I was tethered. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Okay. Clock. Timer. For a minute 45. Start. Okay, here we go. You need bats to control the mosquito population. Keith, that's a pretty good idea. Have I seen bats around here? No, I've seen an owl. I've seen woodpeckers. I don't know if I've seen bats. Anyway, number 14. This is mine. The Detroit Lions are on TV. They're guaranteed to be on TV no matter how bad they are. The Detroit Lions, again this year, are winless. They're 0-8 or something like that. I'm from the Detroit area. I grew up a Detroit Lions fan. It doesn't get easier. It's just, especially this year with a couple of heartbreaking losses to last-second field goals, including the NFL record-breaking field goal kicked by the guy from the Ravens. Anyway, the Lions usually aren't very good. And they don't want to put poor teams on nationally televised games. But Detroit has been playing on Thanksgiving Day since 1935. It's been a Detroit tradition since 1935. The Cowboys started to have a Thanksgiving Day game every year in the 60s. But Detroit has been doing it's an NFL tradition, and the NFL feels obligated, I'm sure, to continue that, no matter how bad the Detroit Lions are. Anywho, they always play the first NFL game of Thanksgiving Day. So, good or bad, the Detroit Lions will be on television. Richard, the Orlando guy, welcome in. No one loves November. It might get some play at the end of the month by Thanksgiving, but November is December's redheaded stepbrother. I have 15 reasons why you're wrong about that. Here is number 13. Oh, Diz Our Dream, welcome in. Number 13 on my list of reasons to love November. Daylight savings time ends. Are you with me? And you just want this nonsense to end. There's no reason to have it anymore. And I'll tell you why. Daylight savings time was proposed by Ben Franklin. Watchers of the movie National Treasure know this. Readers of the Ben Franklin biography written by... Now I can't think of his name. The guy that does the narration for the Ken Burns movies. Why can't I think of his name? I read this book. Anyway, readers of that book know about this. But Ben Franklin, I copied and pasted it on this thing I printed out. Ben Franklin proposed daylight hours. I'm sorry. The idea of aligning waking hours to daylight hours to conserve candles. He proposed that in 1784 in a satirical letter to the editor of the Journal of Paris. He suggested that waking up earlier in the summer would economize candle usage and calculated considerable savings. Other people have, not Peter Coyote, although, thank you, Richard. No, darn it. He's the author. He writes biographies of people. David McCulloch. Anyway, let's move on because I'm done talking about this. Anyway, we don't need to conserve candles anymore. Let's move on. Number 12 on my list. The Thanksgiving break. Now, for most people, I recognize that the Thanksgiving break is usually Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and perhaps the day after Friday. And then you get the weekend. So you get a nice 4-day weekend there every Thanksgiving. But I am lucky enough to work for a school district that takes the entire Thanksgiving week off. It is a nice extended break from work. So Monday through Friday, no work. Things I've done in the past. Let me welcome in some people. Monarch Moments, welcome in to you. Super Fluffy Yeti, great to see you as well. Thank you for spending part of your Tuesday with us. Anyway, things I would do during this break in the past. I have decorated our house with the Christmas outdoor decorations. I have spent part of that week going to Walt Disney World and doing what I call the Magic Kingdom Resort Christmas Tour. And I've vlogged that a couple of times. I didn't do it last year because of COVID or whatever. But, 9 wonderful days off. Absolutely. So I love the Thanksgiving break. And... but even back when I, just got the Thursday and Friday off, that was wonderful too. But my break now is more wonderful. Moving on. Number 11, it's Mickey and Minnie's birthdays. I guess maybe I never paid attention. Or never, I'll be honest, never cared. I didn't realize Mickey and Minnie shared a birthday. And it's simply because they both debuted in Steamboat Willie together. But and I know they make a big deal about the Mickey birthday celebration, for example. Back in 2017, I went to the Magic Kingdom and got that button on that day. So, and I know they do this every year, but I don't remember buttons for Minnie. Am I wrong about this? It's both November 18th, right? Their birthday is considered November 18th, 1928, the day Steamboat Willie debuted. Pardon me while I take a sip. I did not realize that they're the same age. Am I wrong about that? I think I'm right. Let me know in the chat, please, if I'm wrong. I believe they have the same birthday and they are the same age, but they just make a, Richard, yeah. She gets the short end of the stick there, I guess. Moving on. November 18th. Thank you. Number 10 on my list. This isn't for me, but I recognize that some people may truly enjoy this and love it about November. And I'm talking about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday. These are big shopping days. Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, where it used to be more of a big deal than I think it is today. Black Friday used to start at, say, 6 a.m. On Friday. Now Black Friday started yesterday. You know what I mean? Now Black Friday for some businesses has really already started. Their Black Friday deals have begun. I can't name you one of those businesses, but I know they're out there. I was told they're out there. Richard, the Orlando guy, is having a bit of a sale on his shop. Check that out. Sorry, I'm not using your mug right now, but my wife put my twinning spiced apple chai tea in this. Sorry. But the Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in. I thanked you for. I finally got this, and I'll show you where I put your magnet. It's right there on my magnet wall, right next to Pete. Thank you. What was I talking about? Oh, Small Business Saturday. What's about that? When did that start? Small Business. Okay. Small Business Saturday started in 2010, and Small Business Saturday is actually a registered trademark of American Express. This was an American Express campaign, but people adopted it. They thought, well, okay, yeah, Amex is trying to leverage this, but it's a pretty good cause, patronize small businesses. It could be worse. So, what was I saying? Oh, and then Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving, where I suppose that's for online retailers and whatever. But I'm not that. I don't think I've ever gone out crack of dawn on Black Friday. I've been shopping on Black Friday, but usually not. I wait till it gets dark again, and everybody has gone home, and all the doorbuster sales are long gone. Julie C., welcome in. My alarm went off. Number 9, Giving Tuesday. This is, I don't know much about this, but I was told about it. It's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It's touted as a, quote, global generosity movement, unleashing the power of people and organizations to transform their communities and the world. The organization of the same name is an independent 501c3 nonprofit that supports the global movement. As you can see, I have not read this ahead of time. Giving Tuesday began as a simple idea in 2012, a day that encourages people to do good. The initiative was the brainchild of Henry Timms at the 92nd Street Y in New York. The co-founding organization was the United Nations Foundation. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, all right. Thank you. I do remember this. Giving Tuesday has received support from, and this sounds like you're watching a PBS show now. Giving Tuesday has received support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Craig Newmark Philanthropies, Emerson Collective, Fidelity Charitable, the Ford Foundation, Ford Motor Company, PayPal, and the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. Moving on. Number 8, Christmas music on the radio. I love the idea of radio stations changing their format to play Christmas music 24/7, or with commercial breaks. But I'll be honest, I don't love the music that they play. If you ask me, too much Amy Grant Christmas. That's me. Maybe you love that. it's just a bit much here. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. When does it start up this year? I will tell you, I did look that up. Here in the Tampa area, the 100.7 in Tampa has a contest. So they haven't announced when they're starting their Christmas music. And the contest is if you can guess the first Christmas song that they play for the season, they're going to give you a $1,000 Visa gift card. So they haven't announced when they're going to start it. But last year, I think they posted maybe something around November 9th. Anyway, in Orlando, the Christmas music starts on Magic 107.7 on November 5th. That's just a couple days away. In the past, when December rolled around, radio stations that would do this, change their format from dentist office music to Christmas music, they would do it for the month of December, say. And then it started getting earlier and earlier every year. And then last year it was super early because of COVID, and the idea behind that was to, quote, everyone could use some extra cheer. So they started it extra early, and that's continuing. So the earliest kind of around here, although we don't get these stations in this neck of the woods, Orlando, Magic 107.7, November 5th is when you can hear that. All right, next. PTV likes the mix of music that Ben puts together. I have my own playlist, and it's on my phone, so I usually do that over the radio station. But I get a kick out of hearing the radio station, the automated it's not a DJ anymore. It's more of an announcer, and it's pre-recorded, and it's that's changed up for the season. Tampa's official Christmas station. I think that's what they say. I just want an Amy Grant free Christmas too. It's just a little milquetoast for me. Okay, but if you love it, more power to you. More power to you. Rhonda, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm already ruining this. Okay, number 7 on my list of things to love in November. It's the full Beaver Moon. And this is on the list. I didn't really know about it. But here it is. It's a real thing. I just liked it because it had a funny name. But where is it on my list here? Come on. I cannot find this. I have 2 pieces of paper. There it is. All right. November's full moon is traditionally called the Beaver Moon. In the colonial era, this was the month to set one's beaver traps before the swamps froze and beavers retired to their lodges to ensure a supply of warm winter furs. In 2021, November's full moon occurs on Friday, November 19th, right around 4 a.m. So, the full moon in November is called the Beaver Moon because that's when you want to set your beaver traps before everything freezes over. You can also catch a partial lunar eclipse this year, I believe. On that same night, November 19th, a partial lunar eclipse will be visible from parts of North America. The moon will enter the penumbra at 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Standard Time at that point. And let's see. 1 a.m. Eastern. And umbra, and I don't know what these terms refer to. So penumbra and umbra. Penumbra and umbra. It enters umbra at 2:18 a.m. It will leave the umbra at 5:47. Who cares? Okay, next. Number 6, Veterans Day. Not only is it wonderful to celebrate our veterans, those that no longer serve and those still serving, it's the least we can do, right? Is to take the day off of work on their behalf. But it used to be Armistice Day, is that right? Hang on. On the 11th, 11 o'clock on the 11th. What is that? Hang on. Sorry. Yeah. Honoring military veterans. Let's see. It coincides with other holidays, including Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which are celebrated in other countries that mark the anniversary of the end of World War I. Yes, World War I hostilities were formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918 when the armistice with Germany went into effect. At the urging of major U.S. veteran organizations, Armistice Day was renamed Veterans Day in 1954. I kind of knew that, but I'm glad I printed that out so I could read it to you, and so I didn't get it wrong. R. John's welcome in. That's right, Mar. Thank you. We're counting down the top 15 reasons to love November. Number 5, Dia de los Muertos. I have it's a day late, but I've got a Mickey ears. It's on my Instagram. You can see it there. But what about that? Hang on. Because I'll be honest, I don't celebrate the Day of the Dead, but I kind of like the idea. It's celebrated from October 31st through November 2nd. Other days, such as November 6th, may be included depending on the locality. Largely originated in Mexico, we know that. Although associated with the observances of All Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day, it has a much less solemn tone and is portrayed as a holiday of joyful celebration rather than mourning. I think that's what I like about that. I like the idea of Day of the Dead. And I like the movie Coco. Who doesn't, right? So traditions include building home altars called ofrendas. I learned that watching Coco. With the favorite foods and beverages of the departed, and visiting graves with these items as gifts for the deceased. Celebration is not solely focused on the dead. It is also common to give gifts to friends, such as candy sugar skulls, to share traditional pan de muerto with family and friends, and to write lighthearted and often irreverent verses in the form of mock epitaphs dedicated to living friends and acquaintances. A literary form known as calaveras literarias. Okay, if you say so. So, Dia de los Muertos. Again, I don't celebrate it, so I wouldn't have gone on my list, but I know people do and get a kick out of it. We're familiar because of Coco. Moving on. The number 4 reason to love November. Movember. This is No Shave November. It has morphed into a real thing. I guess maybe it always was a real thing. But here is the actual, I think that's the legit logo of No Shave November. Let me just tell you what Movember is. It's an annual event involving the growing of mustaches during the month of November to raise awareness of men's health issues such as prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's suicide. The Movember Foundation runs the Movember charity event housed at Movember.com. The goal of Movember is to, quote, change the face of men's health, unquote. I have done No Shave November before because I don't love shaving. November 1st rolls around, and I shaved yesterday. I wasn't thinking. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. I get very gray now here. More gray than this, which I don't mind. I don't hate it. But I'm wearing a mask still at work as often as I can, and nobody's going to see it. So what's the point, right? Let's see. What I did want to mention something. So now it's more of a mustache thing. It used to just be don't shave. But now I guess it's really because of Movember, because they call it that. It's more of a mustache November. It's what do you call it? A portmanteau? Anyway. What does Jim look like with a beard? Like if imagine this were a white beard, it would look like that. Kinda, right? Not at all. I'm gonna maybe stop that. I do have pictures of me. And as a matter of fact, I think that maybe the first year I did it, I shaved it off in parts. And in the last part, I just left the mustache. And I just wanted to see what I'd look like with a mustache. Didn't love it. Anyway, since inception, the Movember Foundation has raised $837 million and funded over 1,200 projects in more than 20 countries. Good for them. So, yeah, there's a thing behind... not shaving. I just thought I was being lazy, and it gave me an excuse. I will show you a picture of me with a beard someday. I don't have one on me right now. Number 3 reason to love November. Decorating for Christmas. I mentioned this before. I know some people get a jump on this early. I know Pepper Tree Villa, they start this... I don't know if they started in September this year, but they have in the past. October, I know Mouse Talk, who's coming up in a couple of minutes. I know they have decorated already in October, but November, it's November for me because I got a lot of Halloween stuff here, and I like that. So PTV's doing it right now. So yes, decorating for Christmas. Most of our decorations, as opposed to, say, Pepper Tree Villa, are on the outside of our house as opposed to on the interior. So... yeah, they did start in September again, so, which I love. But I'll say maybe we were inspired by PTV, but we start now earlier in November than ever. I'm just going to stop the timer. Again, why wait to give ourselves some of that Christmas joy? Let's decorate now. You know what I mean? Number 2 on my list of things to love about November. The Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. This year, we will be celebrating holidays from around the world from November 26th to December 30th. So this holiday starts right at the end of November, on November 26th. And I got to tell you, I think this might be my favorite Epcot festival. I do like the what's this? Arnie. That's PTV right now. Wow. Thank you for that. The Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. I like, they got the one of the iconic trees in the park. Around World Showcase, they've got the different storytellers. You've got there's one in Norway and one in other places. Anyway, they had the food booths. The one in the American Adventure has the great turkey dinner available. They also have, for many years running, they have had the eggnog beer, which I try to find at every store around my house, and nobody carries it. So I guess I got to go to the Festival of the Holidays to get the eggnog beer again. And you would think, oh, that sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty good. I don't want it all the time, but and I'm not a huge drinker, but that's fun to have every year. So looking forward to that again. Starts November 26th. Number 1 on my list, of course, is going to be Thanksgiving. I just like the day. Back when I was eating meat and I'd brine my own turkey, that was pretty much the main meal of the year that I would make. I would spend more time on that, as we all do, I think. But I don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen. But the Thanksgiving meal was always a fun time to do that. I would watch the Detroit Lions while preparing the meal. Again, like I said, I would brine my own turkey. I would follow a recipe from Alton Brown, if you know who that is, from the Food Network. He had a good turkey recipe which started from the brining and all the way to the aromatics that you put in the bird and all that. It was great. My my turkey, thanks to that recipe, was always juicy and delicious. But now that we don't, my wife and I don't eat meat, we now go to Trader Joe's and we get the turkeyless, the breaded turkeyless, I forget what they call it, loaf or whatever. That doesn't sound great, but it's pretty good for us vegetarians. Garrett, I grew up a Lions fan in Detroit, so that's why. It just does not get easier. Oh, I didn't even show this when I was talking about watching them. They've been playing Thanksgiving football in Detroit since 1935. All right, there, I showed it. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is over. Let's go check out Mouse Talk. I believe they're doing a show now. They usually do on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. So thank you. Dean from The Live Place, theliveplace.com is your source. Check out a schedule of live streams. It's as simple as that. And Dean does a great job. Thank you, Dean. The Tuesday night lineup, as far as I know, is 8 p.m. Mouse Talk. Are the Viapre Project, do they do 9 p.m. on Tuesdays anymore? I'm sorry to say, I'm not sure. But at 10 p.m., and it's almost always a certainty, the Hitchhiking Bones. Check them out. They're always talking Disney, and they get a great crowd over there, and it's always a great show. I always like stopping in and saying hi. And it's around the same time we get my daughter, ready for bed. So I'm in and out, but I like popping in when I can. And so Mouse Talk Viapre Project maybe, and the Hitchhiking Bones. Please check them out. Rob Fuzz on whenever, Fridays, whatever days. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell on Rob's channel so you know when he releases some retro live streams, which are always great fun. And then the Disney Nerd Herders tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, just 23 hours from now. And they're great friends, and they have a great show. And quite often I'm fortunate enough to be a guest on there, and it's fun that they ask me. Captain Akron, I just saw you. Welcome in. Or did I see you before? I don't know. Hello. D&G Explorers on after the Disney Nerd Herders Wednesday night live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. They're on the West Coast. So, and so is Pepper Tree Villa. Mondays, you just missed them. They were on yesterday, 9 p.m. Eastern. They are currently decorating for Christmas, so don't bug them right now. No, I'm kidding. But they do the Hallmark Channel movie watch parties. They do their Monday evening live streams at 9:30 Eastern. Again, they're on the West Coast. Give them a try if you have not, because they do a great job. And then Bill was here, Magic of the Mouse Radio. He has a second channel which is all about the music you hear in the Disney parks. Magic of the Mouse Radio is all of Disney, meaning anything that was released in a film or television show or elsewhere concerning Disney. It's going to be on this channel. But the other channel, and I regret to inform you, I can't remember the name of it, but it's all Disney parks music, which will be awesome to listen to. So they have 2 channels now. Please check them out. And then Pete McDevitt is on, I think, every day, multiple times a day. He's doing the World Series and, of course, NFL football, college football. And then he does his Disney live streams. And they just did one the other day. He did one with Dad Builds, and they announced the next round of nominees for the Disney Recognition Series. It's Marvel themed. Go to his channel and look that up. That was just a few days ago. It was good stuff. And then, oh no, we did that. But you can watch the replay. So, all right, okay. Thanks everybody. I will see you again next week with another top 15 list and another live stream. Everybody, thank you so much for spending part of your Tuesday with me. I will see you next week. I am ending broadcast. Have a great evening and week, everybody. Happy November.